Hello YouTube. Now, as plenty of you will be aware, it was the Silverstone Grand Prix this weekend and possibly the last ever at Silverstone. But we have been reassured that Britain will definitely have a Grand Prix next year. But this isn't what I'm trying to talk about. The point of this video is about what I think about the championship and, well, like, yeah, stuff like that. Basically what I'm trying to say is, I mean, Jensen, despite this 6th place that he got, yeah, he could still win the championship. He's quite capable of that. He's maintained a lead of over 20 points over Barrichello, so he's safe for one more race. That's assuming that he doesn't score points and Barrichello wins, or yeah, something like that. But make no mistake, he is catchable. There's no way that, don't rule out Barrichello, Vettel, Mark Webber. I would probably rule out anyone below the top 4 at this point, but you never know. Just because he's won 6 out of 8 races doesn't mean he's going to win the championship. It's very obvious to say he's won 6 races already. He's got it in the bag, but no. Okay. Lewis Hamilton only won 5 races last season, and Massa won 6. Now Massa lost the championship on the last corner. I'm not taking the mick out of Massa. He's a very good driver, and yeah, he's in a very good team as well. If you look back on 2000 to 2004, that was probably the highest point of their F1 career. So yeah, I would rule out Ferrari. Now Michael Schumacher says don't rule out Ferrari. Well, actually that was in April, but I think he'd probably still say that. But there's probably little faith in the Ferrari fans that that Ferrari will retain the championship. This year. I think they have a chance of finishing in the top 5. They are 4th at the moment, and they're on course to overtake Toyota. So, but yeah, it looks pretty much a 2-horse race between Red Bull and Brawn for the title. But yeah, and as the last couple of races proved, it's not all over. Brawn aren't quite maintaining a big enough lead to secure it. Red Bull are catching up. The past 2 races they've scored higher than Brawn in the points. They've scored more points than Brawn. So yeah, after Monaco they managed to. After Monaco, Red Bull had a lead, had 42.5 points, and Brawn had 86 points. So it's come down from, what is it now, 43.5 after Monaco to 30.5. So yeah, I'm going to talk about Lewis Hamilton for a minute. As far as I'm aware, Silverstone yesterday. Silverstone yesterday. The Silverstone Grand Prix was. To go from winning it last year to coming 16th this year is pretty bad. And this is at his home circuit, and he got his worst ever F1 finishing position. That just shows how the mighty fall, so to speak. like McLaren and Ferrari, like last year, they were pretty much. I mean, for quite a few years, McLaren and Ferrari were quite dominant of the of F1. I mean, more Ferrari than McLaren, but McLaren still put up a little bit of a fight. Just took it away from them a few times in the fight last year, but no, I didn't quite get on it. So all the top three guys, in fact all the top 4 guys from last year's championship are now like quite in last year when Honda was in F1. It's kind of like that. Honda. They're seeing how like Honda and Force India were in 2008 and how, well, not so Force India, actually now I've mentioned them, I might as well. Force India, I think they could score points this season. No, I mean, don't rule them out yet of scoring points. I mean, it's pretty much either Red Bull or Brawn to win the title, but I don't think it's impossible for Force India to. It's not impossible for Force India to score points, but it is to win the title. I mean, obviously, I mean anyone can see that, but yeah. I mean, I was going. Oh God. I mean, actually, there is one thing that has come to my mind about Lewis Hamilton. Now on this forum I read, it was called "Is Lewis Hamilton the next Lacey?" I mean, I don't believe that. I think Lewis Hamilton can win again. I mean, yeah, I think he can get back to winning ways, but I don't know how soon. And also, I might as well just point this out as well. This breakaway championship is quite worrying. I mean, like, I know we've been like promised a British Grand Prix next year, and I'm overwhelmed by that. But yeah, the breakaway championship, I think. I mean, the threat is getting more and more serious now. I mean, like, and if he does go ahead, I mean, I'm just wondering who's going to race with Williams and Force India. I mean, like, it can't just be those 2 teams. I mean, it'd be pretty boring to watch then. And I don't want to watch a breakaway championship. I don't want to watch F1 and this breakaway championship, especially if there's all these teams going. I mean, you might say there's too much politics in F1 at the moment. There's too much. This 40 million proposed budget cap. I mean, it seems a little high, but people, yeah. I mean, like, yeah, people are trying to cut back in this recession. I personally think, like, if they're going to come to some sort of solution, they need to. Max Mosley needs to raise the budget cap. I think 40 million for F1 at least is a bit low, and especially like when you look at Ferrari, they're quite like, well, Ferrari are quite like at the moment they're acting like the spoiled princess of F1. Yeah, the spoiled rich kid of F1, like Veruca Salt in Johnny and Chocolate Factory. She got everything she wanted until she come out. So yeah, and Ferrari are probably the one that are leading the breakaway championship if it goes ahead next season, because, well, they're the biggest team in F1, 16 constructors titles. I think it's 16 at least championships as well. I don't know, I mean, I've only followed F1 since 2008, so I don't know. So yeah, this is pretty much it. One long video. Let me know what you think, guys.